In this episode of Talking the Orville New Horizons, we'll be getting our existential rocks off as some of the crew get lost inside a mortality paradox. We'll also be getting an inside look into the episode as well as talk to Adrianne about getting multiphasic. We're also going to follow the shuttle shuffling going down in this episode, and it's all happening right now on... Hey gang, welcome back to Talking the Orville, your #1 hub for everything going on in the 25th century. In Mortality Paradox, Captain Mercer and the crew investigate a planet that's giving off some very strange readings. Mortality Paradox explores the philosophical theory that though we know we're all going to die someday, we are unable to accurately picture in our minds the notion of actually being dead. We can't picture nothingness without actively taking part in the activity of picturing nothingness, which basically defeats the purpose. The same is true of the multiphasic immortals. We're at first introduced to Shuttle Pod 1 at the top of the episode when Tala arrives, but then Ed, Kelly, Bortus, Gordon, and Tala take that same shuttle down to the mysterious planet. Once the away team disappear on the Orville scanners, John sends Claire, Isaac, and these two jabrones down to look for them using Shuttle Pod 2. They find the crew shuttle, but no crew, so they head back to the Orville. Once Ed and the team go through their trials, they find their shuttle and return to the Orville, later discovering that they were really inside a custom-made pocket universe. But before that revelation is made, we see Tala return once again with Shuttle Pod 1, and that's because she's the real Tala, and she's driving in the real Shuttle Pod 1. What? The away team was in what I call a multiphasic shuttle the entire time. It's revealed that they never left the planet at all when fake Tala, Denal, reveals what's really been going on. She blinks herself away and leaves the crew with the multiphasic shuttle that they then actually do take back to the Orville. So for a brief time when they return, I assume the Orville did have the multiphasic Shuttle 1, the original Shuttle 1, the original Shuttle 2, and the Pterodon all parked inside before the multiphasic Shuttle 1 disappeared back to its own pocket universe. But the one thing that surprises me is that no one is talking about the fact that there was actually two Orvilles in Mortality Paradox. Our Orville as well as the multiphasic Orville. Both real, but from different universes. Boom. I absolutely love all the layers explored in this episode, and that the Orville is able to take on yet another genre of sci-fi so successfully. Some of you might have heard that in Mortality Paradox there's a cameo performance by none other than the Orville's editor/producer, Tom Constantino. Which of the numerous locations contained within this episode were you able to spot Tom's performance? Was it A, the airplane, B, the high school, C, the Mocklin morgue, or D, the football field?
Don't enter that glory hole just yet. You must return to the dance for the answer.
Which scene location in Mortality Paradox can we find the Orville's editor Tom Constantino? A, the airplane, B, the high school, C, the Mocklin morgue, or D, the football field? In case this one left you stumped, the answer is A, the airplane. Though it won't be the last time you'll find Tom this season of the Orville, if you look through the scared passengers aboard the flight, you'll see that Tom isn't among them. That's because he's a member of the flight crew. More specifically, he plays the voice of the captain.
Flight attendants, please take your seats.
Our goddess, Lord, and Savior. Or, more accurately, a simple human woman with a less than simple relationship to our forebears.
Hello, Adrianne. Thank you for stopping by Talking the Orville. I'm guessing we have a lot of day drinking to look forward to in New Horizons with Kelly, Claire, and Tala. I hope. The day drink
scenes. We have so much fun because the three of us love each other so much in real life as well, which I think, you know, comes through. But no, it keeps evolving. It keeps evolving. And some of the, you know, relationships, they kind of switch spots, you know what I mean? Where Claire was more of the maternal figure with Kelly when it came to her relationship, because now the tables have turned, where Kelly is a little bit more of the nurturer in that situation. And helps her with her Isaac situation.
Well, even in the 25th century, it's important to have friends.
And I think it's for the first time really said that we're best friends. I think there's an episode where we really talk about the fact that we are genuinely best friends.
Ever since the three of you seemed to become friends back in season 2, the audience has loved the idea. Now in Mortality Paradox, we actually get a visit from an old friend, kinda, with Liz Gillies, who plays Denal from the multiphasic planet from season 1. Now Kelly used to be their god, and now they are basically gods.
Well, I think that you definitely see Kelly. She wears everything on her face, and I think that she still has so much guilt for the impact that she had on that planet, the mistake that she made. And even though, later we find out that they've evolved past, where we're at, and it didn't matter. But even I think just them bringing it up is still a deep-seated frustration for her, because I think she's a bit of a perfectionist, and she could have completely demolished an entire society.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they just keep evolving.
Don't we all, hopefully, fingers crossed.
I know.
Speaking of evolving, Seth's character has evolved quite a bit over the seasons of the Orville, and I feel a lot of that evolution has to do with Kelly keeping him grounded. How important do you think it is for her to keep Ed grounded like she does?
I think that it is just a thing, like it's a tick. She doesn't know how to not keep him grounded. And I think that's become the real fun basis for their relationship, ultimately being like, calm down, you're being an idiot. This is what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Well, I always felt that Kelly is the level-headed one on the ship, more than anyone else in the Orville universe, keeping all of us grounded, basically, because besides all the fun stuff that's going on in the series, there's also a lot of serious stuff going on as well.
Yes, she's definitely the straight man. She's the serious one, and which can sometimes be hard to play, but because she's so well written, it's been really fun and a joy. And I love the dynamic between the two, because some of those scenes between them are just hilarious.
Very hilarious. Now, I have to say, the series has really stepped things up for New Horizons. Now, why do you think Orvillians out there should be watching the new season?
If they like the last 2 seasons, they are going to love this season. Every episode is a mini movie, and it's a standalone, and it's fun and huge. I definitely think that playing a strong female character right now is very important, and I hope that young people, yes, boys, girls, both, take away from this something that they can be anything they want to be, and they can do it well, and they can be loved, and they can love themselves.
You said it right there. One thing I love about the Orville is it's about what's possible, where we as a people can be more and do more. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Adrianne. Until next time, I'll see you very soon with more from the 25th century. And remember, if you owe Randall money, you should pay him.